I'm not worried about looking older. My one worry of getting older, right, is when you die, not a typical comedy subject, I grant you, but when you die and go to heaven, if that's true, we just assume that's true, you die, you go to heaven, what age are you in heaven? You see, that's my worry, because surely you'd be the age that you were when you died. That would make sense, wouldn't it? But that's going to cause trouble, isn't it? Well, you know, you hear of 95-year-old women that say, oh yeah, my husband Arthur, he died when he was 54. I've never remarried. And then when she dies, bless her, everyone goes, her and Arthur will be back together. They'll be happy. Fuck, I doubt Arthur's going to be too chuffed. He's 54, having a laugh with Elvis. His 95-year-old wife turns up. He's like, whoa, 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 you've let yourself go a bit, haven't you? It's not my idea of heaven. See, you got to worry about these things. You know, I'm married now. I worry about these things. My wife is, she's Slovakian as well, my wife. And I've started trying to learn Slovakian because it's made me more aware of the English language. Like, I like how we use the English language. Like when there's a new film at the cinema and there's the big quotes on the posters by the film critics. I love them because I just think, do film critics talk like that all the time? And always have, even from the age of 8. They got home from school and their mum was like, hello, sweetheart, did you have a good day at school? Vibrant and very enjoyable, fun and uplifting, irresistible, a sensuous delight, deliciously subversive. As long as you had a good day. But when you read those in your head, it sounds like it should be a posh English accent, doesn't it? Could have been a kid from anywhere. Could have been a kid from Birmingham. Got home from school, how'd you get on in maths? Entirely absorbing, 16 minutes of vivid, classy, high-octane arithmetics, impeccably finely crafted, well-taught lesson, learning at its highest, most satisfying level, one of the day's best lessons. A kid from Manchester goes like, can mummy watch that cartoon with you later? Is it a good cartoon? Is it a good cartoon? Nah, it's rubbish. So yeah, I've been trying to learn Slovakian because like the first time I went to meet my wife's parents in Slovakia, it's a tough thing, isn't it? Meeting your boyfriend, girlfriend's parents for the first time. Bit easier for me because they spoke no English and I spoke no Slovakian. So pretty much a week of going, luckily I'm good at, right? But I tried to learn a bit of Slovakian. I didn't want them to think I was just some brainless English football hooligan. So I learned a bit, like, Kajei toilety pani, where is the toilet? Thought that'll do me for a week, surely. Then my wife pointed out, you wouldn't say it like that though, because that's like asking for the gentleman's toilet. Said, you wouldn't say that, you'd say Heisel. Thought, fair enough. So I'm at a parent's house, all of her family were there. And when you're surrounded by people talking in a different language, it's weird, isn't it? It's like you're alone with your brain. They're having a serious conversation about worldwide events. I was in the same room, but just sat there going, might have a bit of cake. A cup of tea. Oh yeah, nice cup of tea. For about an hour. That was me, till I'd had a bit of cake, and then it was, that was a nice bit of cake. Might have another bit. But then weird stuff pops in your head, mental stuff from nowhere. Suddenly, you find yourself thinking, I wonder what would happen if I just punched her auntie in the face. Yeah, won't be allowed any more cake after that. I thought, where did that come from? I didn't realise I was mental. So I thought, I've got to join in the conversation at some point. I needed the toilet. So I thought, well, this is where I join in. Use the sentence. I stood up and said, Kajei Heisel? Pissed themselves laughing. And I thought, clearly impressed. I'm in the toilet. I could still hear them downstairs laughing. And I thought, oh, I know the word for nice. Peckney. I thought they'll lap this up. Walked in and said, Peckney Heisel. Pissed themselves even more. The end of the night, I said to my wife, what happened there? I said, I thought I nailed that. She went, yeah, well done. When I said to you, Heisel, I didn't think you were going to say that in front of my parents. I said, Heisel in Slovakian is like saying the shitter. So I basically stood up in front of all of her parents and family I'd just met that day, and with quite an air of confidence, said, where's the shitter? Walked out the room, ambled back in with a big grin on my face and said, nice shitter. And sat down like the Lord of Slovakia. It's like Borat for a week. And her mum's flat as well, really thin walls. You know those flats with properly thin walls, where you sneeze and you hear your neighbour go, bless you. You know, properly thin. Do love a sneeze. Are you a fan of sneezing, Kevin? You love a sneeze. Good on you, mate. Me too. You know when you go to sneeze and at the last moment it disappears? Heartbreaking, isn't it? It's like dropping the last bit of your ice lolly. You know, you think, oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, no one's around. I'm really going to go for this as well. Whoa, whoa! Where did that go? Where is it going to come out? One night, me and my wife had just made some of the love, right? Now, I don't usually talk about sex on stage because I strongly believe you should talk about what you know, but the intercourse had been achieved. And it's those lovely moments after, you know, when you're finished and you both just let your bodies flop and go, oh, and just have a bit of a cuddle and go, you know, saying stuff to each other like, sorry. And traditional one, isn't it, Kevin? And I looked down at my wife, right? She went like this. And I thought, another one? Got no idea how the first one happened, to be honest, but it wasn't. She was about to sneeze, and the other thing was her arms were like this. I was on top, my arms were on hers for leverage, so she couldn't cover her mouth, so she sneezed in my face, and as she sneezed my penis shot out. It's the weirdest feeling. It was like it's like I've been spat out. Folks, you are about to see one hell of a show. I hope you enjoy it and have a nice night. Thanks for listening to me. Cheers. Good night.